Good day to our viewers and welcome to another episode of eThekwini Matters podcast. My name is Silindile and I will be your host for this episode. eThekwini Municipality continues to collaborate with research institutions to find new technologies that aim to provide improved water and sanitation systems which are economically and environmentally sustainable. One of these new projects in the works is the demonstration of non-sewage sanitation technologies in informal settlements and the demonstration of sludge treatment technology. Today, we are in conversation with Lungi Zuma, who is the Acting Strategic Executive at the Water and Sanitation Unit. She is responsible for the coordination of research activities and the interaction with national and international partners. Lungi Zuma, welcome to our studio.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me.
Please provide context on your role, or the role of your office rather, in terms of coming up with new innovations related to water and sanitation.
All right, so the role of the Strategic Executive of Research and International Partnerships within eThekwini Water and Sanitation is to coordinate our research activities, innovations, and our partnerships with national and international partners. What we're trying to do is to look at how we can use applied research and all the work that's happening outside of in the world around improving water and sanitation technologies, business models, new ways of doing things, and how we can apply that, localize it for the context of eThekwini municipality. So through how we do this is we partner with different organizations through MOUs and MOAs. We work with our local universities and see how they can help with the problems that we have in addressing those problems and also helping us improve in the future when it comes to water and sanitation service delivery.
Okay. And why is it important, though, for our city to keep on coming up with new innovations, trying to find more suitable technology? Why is this so critical for us as a city?
Well, things are changing. We have many issues around rapid migration into the city. We've seen the effects of climate change, and those dramatic events are forecasted to be more frequent and actually more disruptive in the future. So as a city, we need to be constantly looking out as to what's being done out there in the world, what's being innovated, what's being researched that can help us and in planning for the future, so that when these problems or when we have the next drought or the next flood, we are prepared.
Can you tell us more about the two new projects that you're currently working on? How are those two projects going to benefit the city, and how is it going to improve our water and sanitation systems?
All right, so the first project is a demonstration of non-sewage sanitation technologies that are meant to be climate resilient, so help us in recovering faster in periods of climate change disruptive activities. So we're working with international partners and the National Water Research Commission of South Africa in demonstrating 3 different technologies at informal settlements, at the community ablution blocks. So what these technologies do is that they treat water or treat the wastewater generated at a local level up to a standard where the treated wastewater can be recycled to flush the toilets. So how this helps us is that, one, we can then be able to roll out or implement sanitation, waterborne sanitation in areas where we don't have bulk sewer infrastructure. So as you know, it's quite expensive to put in long sewer lines, and treatment works are quite expensive and also take a long time. So these technologies can be quickly deployed. They save water in that the treated water is used to flush the toilets, making them very environmentally sustainable. So we are testing, we have 3 different technologies, which we'll be testing at 3 different informal settlements around eThekwini. We are hoping to have the technologies on the ground in January 2024.
Okay.
And then through our partners, do the demonstration, the evaluation, get the feedback from the community as well as to how they interact with these types of technologies.
Can you tell us more about the sludge treatment technology? How is it going to benefit the city? Who is it going to benefit also?
All right, so in eThekwini, we get various types of sludges that are generated, sludge from our wastewater treatment works, and also sludge that is emptied from our on-site sanitation systems, like VIP latrines and urine diversion toilets. So what we're aiming with this project is to install 2 different types of sludge treatment technologies to treat both these types of sludges to create useful products. So these products can be used as soil conditioner, so something like a fertilizer in agriculture. The other technology creates a biochar. Biochar can be used as a fuel source. It can be used as adsorption material in treating wastewater. So what we're looking at with these technologies is to create value out of something that's generally considered a waste.
So reusing.
Reusing the circular economy, creating markets for these types of sludges. So going out to farmers to see if they can use these soil conditioners now that will be created from the sludge. So the sludge treatment technologies will benefit the environment, first of all, so we don't have sludge being dumped in our different areas. And it helps when we have our pit emptying campaigns, that once the sludge is emptied, then there is a place where it can be taken to be treated.
I believe that the eThekwini Water and Sanitation undertakes these projects in partnership with different organizations. Can you tell us about these organizations, their roles, and their contributions towards the new projects?
All right, so we have a long history of partnerships within EWS. So currently we are working with the University of KwaZulu-Natal. They are our main research partner in terms of the work that we do. We are working with the Water Research Commission of South Africa with the sludge treatment technology, also with the non-sewage sanitation technology and other projects with the Water Research Commission. We also work with BORDA SA. BORDA is the Bremen Overseas Research and Development Agency on our decentralized wastewater treatment works. We are working with we have a grant from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation under the non-sewage sanitation technology. We also work with the African Water and Sanitation Association as the regional implementing partner. And finally, we are working with Hamburg Wasser in Germany in our water operators partnership. So how partnerships help us is that all these different organizations are working in the field, in the sector of water and sanitation. And they are, innovating, also working with other partners. So as EWS, partnering with them helps us to get that information, get those linkages, be on the forefront of what's happening in the sector, and ultimately apply it in our local context to help the residents of eThekwini.
Which technologies have been implemented over the years through partnerships and research collaborations? Can you just take us through a few?
All right, so like I mentioned, over the years, EWS has been innovative in how we approach our water and sanitation service delivery. I think it's also important that we haven't been scared to try things and try new approaches and continuing to improve. So I think some of the technology started from the early 2000s with the introduction of urine diversion toilets in the rural areas where people never had sanitation before. We've also worked on, the community ablution blocks for providing sanitation within informal settlements where, again, people didn't have sanitation, and this was introduced as a solution. We've also implemented a decentralized wastewater treatment system up in the north in Tongat that serves, a school and also an informal settlement where the wastewater that's generated is treated and made safe. So this allows the school and the informal settlements to have waterborne sanitation in an area where they wouldn't have because there's no sewer. So these are some of the sort of the achievements that we've had over the years, and we are continuing to improve and also install newer technologies for our residents.
And all of this has come after the eradication of the bucket system.
Yes, that's correct. I think it's important also to note that we strive to provide improved sanitation. That's how it's classified. So if you're providing people with urine diversion toilets, or in a community pollution block, or a VIP toilet that's regularly emptied, made safe for people to use, that means that they're not using other forms of sanitation like the bucket system or using, other means that are more dangerous, harmful to themselves, and also harmful to the environment.
And I believe that the eThekwini Water and Sanitation also plays a mentorship role to other countries. Can you expand on that?
All right, so we've been working very closely with the African Water and Sanitation Association. So there are a membership body of different water and sanitation utilities in Africa, and they're based in the Ivory Coast. So with them, they do peer-to-peer learnership programs. So that's where, one utility or one municipality which is very strong is the mentor. And then you get other utilities which are improving, which are the mentees. And then through that, they partner you up. And then you are able to sort of cross-pollinate ideas and share. As EWS, we share our knowledge and we pinpoint improvements that can be made in those different cities in terms of their water and sanitation. So we've had a program called Reinforcing African Sanitation Operators Partnerships, that's a RASOP. EWS was the mentor for Lusaka Water and Storage Company, as well as for Kampala Capital City Authority in Uganda, working on sanitation. We also had a Water Operators Partnership where, again, we were mentoring Blantyre Water Board in Malawi, as well as Sodo Wolaita in Ethiopia. Currently, through the African Water and Sanitation Association, EWS is the regional implementing partner for the Southern African region in the citywide inclusive sanitation program. And there we are mentoring cities and towns in Zambia as well as in Malawi. So I think these types of programs help us to sort of share what we've done, and I think also from the other cities we are able to see things that we can also pick up to improve in eThekwini.
Recently, Lungi, we have seen in the media, there has been reports or studies rather that have been conducted by two independent research organizations, scientists. They were basically testing our water if it is safe to drink, and we were actually proud to find out that it is the safest water to drink. Now, you are also in the field of research. What does that mean to you as a researcher yourself? And also being part of testing the same waters as well. You working with the same waters, you're actually from the eThekwini Water and Sanitation Department.
I think also first it makes me proud as well that were the results from our research. I think we do put a big emphasis in making sure that the drinking water in eThekwini is very safe. Within the unit, they scheduled, frequent tests of the water, and those results are published. But I also think it's important to have independent people coming in and doing the same test that we do and also getting the same results that we are getting. I think that helps with the public confidence in the water that comes from their taps. And also it assures them that we're doing all that we can to keep Durban's drinking water one of the best in the country. So, yeah.
Thank you so much, Lungi, for coming through to our eThekwini Matters podcast and also sharing such insightful information on these two new projects. We really looking forward to seeing them being implemented.
Thank you for having me.
We've come to the end of today's episode of the eThekwini Matters podcast. Please don't forget to like and subscribe our social media pages.